Hey everyone, here's the latest in my current favorite series. We've done, what have we done? We've done highlighters, we've done bronzers, and I think that's all we've done so far. Now we're doing eyeshadows. So these aren't my all-time favorites, but the way I keep my makeup collection, I have the most used stuff that I am currently obsessed with, kind of right with me where I do my makeup. And then I store my other stuff in drawers and other areas that are not right in reach. So these are the palettes that are right in reach, that are in kind of heavy rotation. And if you watch my vlogs, in the description box, if you click on where it says show more and you open that whole thing up, you'll see I list all the makeup that I'm wearing, or at least what I remember that I'm wearing throughout the week, and you'll see these names cycling through quite a bit. So none of these should come as a great shock, but let's just walk through my current favorite eyeshadows. A couple singles and then the rest are palettes. So let's start with the drugstore side. This has been a huge favorite for a very long time. This is the Physicians Formula Quad. It is called the Matte Collection Quad Eyeshadow Classic Nudes. I feel like everyone's collection needs that. You need this in your collection. It's the perfect accompaniment to any shimmery palette. It just gives you every shade you could possibly need to finish out a full look, or you could wear it all by itself. I've just recently gotten into wearing all mattes, and that's a discussion we'll have later, but this is as good or better than any other shadow I've ever used. The price point is fabulous. They have two others in this collection if you are into drugstore mattes. These are the only decent drugstore mattes I have found. I would love to hear from one of you if you found others that are this good. They are amazing. Now to the other side of the scale. These are both from L'Oreal. These are from the L'Oreal Infallible Collection, my two favorites that I reach for all the time. Amber Rush, which is a very coppery, warm, shimmery shade, which is great for green-eyed or blue-eyed people. Very reflective and beautiful. And then Bronzed Taupe, which is a cooler toned. I wouldn't call it taupe. It's definitely more bronze, but it's on the cooler side, so I guess that's where they throw the taupe in. Both are, the Infallible Collection is unlike anything I've ever seen as far as drugstore shadows go. They are absolutely stunning and beautiful. I'm not aware if they have any mattes in that collection. If they do, I would really like to try them because the payoff and the pigmentation is just beautiful. With the colors are stunning in this. All right, my last drugstore offer for you is also not a surprise. Kind of obsessed with this one. It's the Covergirl True Naked Nudes palette. I also have the golden palette, which I like, but not as much as this one. There's just something amazing about this palette. I've gone on and on and on, and my most worn shades are these two in the middle right here, and then this really pretty, very light pink one. I just adore this palette. And the matte brown shade, the mid-tone matte brown shade is my go-to crease color right now. I will reach for it to work with other palettes. Now moving on to the slightly more expensive, this is a palette I did a whole tutorial with. This is from Butter London, and it is the Natural Charm palette. This is also not new to you guys, but it is definitely in the rotation, and you can see I definitely go towards the browns and the pinky tone, peachy tone shades. I have used the green here. It is fun, and I do use it, but I would say that more often than not I stick with this top row right here. This is my favorite, and I love how compact it is, and it is a good size mirror, so when you are traveling, this is nice to have, you know, when you're doing your makeup on your hotel bed or what have you. Now, I've talked about mattes, and I've had both of these palettes for quite a while, but haven't made use of them, and I'm just now reaching for them, and I've been playing with them a lot this month, and they are both from IT Cosmetics, and they are both the Naturally Pretty palette. I believe this was the original one, and I don't know which one is my favorite. So this is the original. Sorry, I'm blinding you. It's very bright metallic foil packaging there. And then the Naturally Pretty Romantics palette, I think I prefer this one. It's hard to say. Haven't really found a lot of use for this green shade here, but they're just really lovely. Like all the IT Cosmetics products that I've tried, I love the pigmentation, I love the quality, I love how long it lasts, I love the blendability, and I love that even though I am a matte girl, I am not a matte girl at heart. So they've added that transforming pearl shade if I want to add a little bit more of a satin finish to any of these, or if I want to use this as an inner corner highlight, I can. I should be pointing to this, not this. But these are great palettes, and definitely worth a shot. Do you need both of them in your life? Probably not. It's more of a which of these colors speaks more to you. Now that I'm looking at this one, I like this one better. I guess it just depends on my mood. Luckily, I have both. And then another collection that I have worked my way through, and I've picked my 3 favorites. There's only 4 in the collection. The first is what I have on, and I feel a little guilty showing this to you because it's currently out of stock again, at least the last time I checked. This is the Too Faced Peach Palette, or Sweet Peach Palette, and it is just stunning. Oh, I can smell it from here. It smells like one of the Strawberry Shortcake dolls. It is so amazing, and these colors are beautiful, and they are just right up my alley with these warm toned, shimmery, kind of bronzy brown shades. There are a couple of purples thrown in. There's some, interesting deeper jewel tones. These are all infinitely wearable, and you can put them together in a variety of ways, and I just love them. I highly recommend going onto the Sephora website and signing up for notifications, if they even still have it on the website. You will get an email notice when it comes back in stock. Then another relatively new release from Too Faced was the Chocolate Bonbon palette, another one I reach for all the time. I don't think I need to go too much into detail about this one. Same kind of concept, similar shades. None of these are exactly the same as the others. That's why I can justify every single one of these palettes in my collection. But other than this hot pink heart there, all of these colors are very wearable, even this brighter pink shade here. And they blend well. They smell lovely. I just adore the Too Faced palettes. And then of course, probably my favorite one, maybe just because I've had it the longest, so I'm most familiar with it, is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar, the original one. I would like to see Too Faced come out with a dark chocolate, by the way. Just putting it out there, and a white chocolate. And then I think we've exhausted the chocolate possibilities. You heard it here first, Too Faced, white chocolate and dark chocolate. You don't have to give me credit, just send me one of the palettes. Okay, I will state I have bought all these. This is the original Too Faced Chocolate Bar, the one that started the obsession, and even though I reach for this definitely on a weekly, if not sometimes daily basis, I've barely made a dent in these shadows, which speaks to how well they hold up, and a little goes a long way. And I've worn every single one of these shades multiple times. There's not one shade in this palette I wouldn't wear, so that says a lot. That does not often happen. They're all lovely, and it still smells of chocolate, and I've had this for quite a long time. So definitely you need the Too Faced palettes in your life. You don't need all of them, and it just sort of depends on the colors that you like the best. I don't like the semi-sweet one, personally. I don't love it like I love the other ones. And then the last the last eyeshadow palette that I want to show you is definitely the most expensive. I am not saying that you need to go get this, but if you feel like a splurge and you wanna give yourself a little treat, this is the Tom Ford Eye Color Quad in Cocoa Mirage. These colors look like nothing special, but they are. Yes, they are luxurious. Yes, they are incredibly soft and pigmented. I mean, to get that kind of pigmentation out of a brow bone highlight, that ivory shade, there's one really more shimmery shade right here. I love this shade for a crease. I wear this all the time. See, it's just the perfect mid-tone brown. It is beautifully pigmented. It blends like a dream. It looks really dark there. I have nothing clean left on. I can't blend this. Let's do this. It just blends nicely without losing the pigmentation. They're long wearing, and they are ridiculously expensive. I'm fully aware of that. So I'm not saying that you should run out and get them, but there is a difference between this quad and this quad. So if you feel like a splurge, Tom Ford is definitely worth it. He makes some pretty things. So those are my current eyeshadow favorites. Always going to change. Every time something new gets released, I have to grab it, especially if it's new and shiny. I will say that the newest Lorac Pro palette has caught my eye, and it's probably gonna find its way home to me soon, in the next month or two. But right now, these are my current favorites. I'd love to know what your current favorites are, and is there something I need to know about? Is there a brand that I must add to my list? Let me know. As always, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Welcome back to another Where Are They Now? This time it's July 2012 we're going back to, and I decided to recreate the video as much as I can.